10 signs she wants you to approach her. Old Stoic wisdom. He who is brave is free. Seneca. Gentlemen, let's speak plainly. In a world full of noise, the most important messages are often whispered. A woman interested in your approach won't announce it with grand gestures. Instead, she moves with quiet intention through glances, body language, and presence. Miss the moment, and it may never return. But recognize the signs, and you step into a world where confidence meets connection. Rooted in the timeless teachings of Stoic philosophy, where clarity and observation were virtues, here are 8 subtle yet powerful indicators she wants you to approach. It's not about chasing. It's about perceiving. When you move with awareness, you're no longer guessing. You're responding to the truth. Let's uncover these signals before the opportunity fades into. 1. Posture that speaks before words. One of the first and most obvious signs that a discerning man must learn to recognize is silent but powerful body language, what Epictetus called the expression of the inner self through the outer form. When a woman suddenly adjusts her posture, puffs out her chest, rotates her hips, or straightens her shoulders when you enter the room, it's no coincidence. Don't be naive enough to think she's just getting comfortable. No, it's a message. An ancient, subtle, yet powerful message. I see you, and I want you to see me. A quick glance, a fleeting smile, that's all it takes to make a move. This is the moment to demonstrate the character of a man who lives by Stoic principles, who doesn't let emotion or fear hold him back. Don't hesitate. Make your move. Because the man of the iron mind doesn't wait for clear signals, he reads the whispers. Remember Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you recognize that stance or gaze as an invitation, you are not acting out of lust, but because you have recognized that you are being chosen. And when a man acts from old Stoic wisdom, he is not driven by a visceral reaction, but from calm, clarity, and deep understanding of the person. This is not a predatory game. This is a silent dance of attention and attraction. She is not shouting for you to come closer. She is opening the door with her gaze and her posture, and you, if you are truly a man, will walk through that door with grace. Don't hold back because of fear of rejection. Understand that rejection doesn't make you less of a person. It is just part of the selection process. A man who lives by the iron mind does not let his self-esteem be destroyed by results. He takes pride in action, not in victory. That is the freedom that Stoicism teaches us to act, not for the result, but because it is the right thing to do. In every moment, observe. Notice the little changes, the way she brushes her hair, glances at you, and then quickly looks away. Her feet move slightly toward you, even though her mouth is talking to someone else. These are not coincidences. These are whispers of concern. Life is actually simpler than you think if you know how to look. As Seneca once wrote, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. When you understand this nonverbal language and practice looking carefully, you will begin to see opportunities that have passed you by. And when that moment comes, even if it is only for 3 short seconds, remember, you must act. Don't stand there hesitating. Go for it. Have you ever noticed a woman changing her posture just because you showed up? Have you ever missed a clear signal and only noticed it later when it was too late? Share your experiences in the comments section, where real men learn from each other and train themselves to have an iron mind, live by the Stoic principles, never back down, never hesitate, always ready to act from knowledge. 2. Proximity without a word. In this case, the art of reading the signs that a woman wants you to approach her can be found in the most overlooked gestures. Consider this. You're standing alone, perhaps near a bar, or caught in a casual conversation circle, and suddenly, she finds her way close. The first time, it could easily be a coincidence. The second time, it's time to pay attention, as it's no longer random. Her proximity, without a word, is a silent invitation, a signal that she is open to your presence. In practical Stoicism, we know that the world doesn't always give you loud signals. Sometimes it's about perceiving the smaller cues. If she leans in a little closer when speaking, reaches across your personal space, or brushes past you lightly. These seemingly minor acts are bold, unspoken steps toward creating a connection. In modern life, we often overlook these moments, dismissing them as mere coincidences, but if you pay attention, you'll see that they're actually invitations, a path toward interaction that she's leaving open for you to walk through. Don't mistake this for invasion of your space. It's not a violation, but an offering, a door cracked open, waiting for you to take the step. You must be aware, recognize the signs, and have the courage to walk through. She's making it easy for you. The Stoic approach to life teaches us that opportunities don't always come in the form of grand gestures. Often, they're quiet, subtle, and require you to be present and observant. To act in line with Stoic rules, you must first understand that there are moments in life that demand action and others that require reflection. This is one of those moments where you don't need to overthink it. Lean into the proximity she's given you, acknowledge the space she's made, and take the step. Don't hesitate. This moment is about taking decisive action, an embodiment of the practical stoicism that governs how we engage with the world. You must recognize when the opportunity is ripe and be ready to take it. In our fast-paced world, many men hesitate, overanalyze, or second-guess themselves. But the Stoics would say, when the door is open, walk through it. Don't let fear or hesitation dictate your actions. This is the path of wisdom. In modern relationships, we often complicate things, waiting for clear verbal cues, yet these subtle, non-verbal signs can often speak louder than words. It's about understanding and recognizing that life moves in currents, sometimes calm, sometimes wild, but always presenting us with opportunities to step into the flow. Take the moment to act with confidence and clarity. If you recognize that she is creating a bridge through her proximity, then the next step is clear. Approach her. Don't wait for further validation and trust in the path she's laid out for you. Don't overthink it, just do it. The wisdom of the Stoics teaches us to recognize, to act, and to walk the paths of wisdom with purpose. 3. The language of touch and tension. Gentlemen, if you're truly seeking to master the art of connection, it's time to pay attention to the subtle signs she gives you, signs that speak volumes without ever uttering a word. One of the most potent signals you will encounter is the language of touch and tension. She may smooth her clothing, run her fingers through her hair, or adjust her sleeve while casting lingering glances your way. These aren't mere habits, they are silent proclamations of interest. This is feminine energy at its peak, not random gestures but deliberate movements, designed to draw you in, to intrigue you, to show you that she is aware of you, aware of how you perceive her. Do not mistake this for vanity or superficiality, for behind these motions lies a deeper intention. She is thinking about how she appears to you. This is where Old Stoic wisdom intertwines with the modern world. Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, taught us that we must understand the true nature of human behaviour if we are to act wisely. Know what you can control and what you cannot, he would say, reminding us that while you cannot dictate her every move, you can be observant and reactive to what is offered. When she tucks her hair behind her ear, when she touches her lip in a subtle, soft bite, what she is truly signalling is, I am thinking of you, and I am curious if you are thinking of me too. These movements speak to a natural tension, an energy that demands recognition. They are not accidental. They are invitations, wrapped in routine gestures, waiting for you to rise to the occasion. In today's fast-paced world, men often overlook these cues, distracted by the noise of life. But this is where true power lies, when you can stand still, observe, and act decisively. The art of mastering attention is a skill that, once learned, will make you a magnet in the world of dating and relationships. You must understand that a woman's body is a language of its own, and the slightest change in posture, the way her hands move, or how her gaze shifts, can give you insight into her feelings. It's your responsibility to notice these things and respond accordingly. The tension in the air, the subtle shifts in her body language. These are the moments where you must make your move. Epictetus teaches us that wisdom comes from observation and action. Don't let these opportunities slip by unnoticed. When she adjusts her sleeve or plays with her hair, she is telling you, without words, that she is ready. Ready for connection. Ready for you to approach. Now, let's address a powerful truth. If you fail to recognize these signs, you risk losing your chance. The window of opportunity is brief, and the world is filled with men who, like you, may also be observing, trying to gauge the situation. It's a battle of attention and action. If you hesitate, another man will rise to the occasion. This is the brutal reality of modern life. It's not enough to simply notice. You must act. Don't wait for an invitation. Don't wait for her to do more. When you see the signs, you must be resolute in your approach, just as Epictetus would advise you to be in the face of opportunity. Bold, decisive, unshaken. The Stoic mindset doesn't let moments pass by. It seizes them. Think of the countless times you've hesitated, wondering if she was truly interested, or thinking that maybe another time would be better. Stop waiting. Waiting is for the uncertain, and you are a man of purpose. Don't let doubt paralyze you. A confident man doesn't wait for the perfect moment. He makes the moment perfect with his action. You must embrace this mentality if you want to win. You must gain control over your reactions, said Epictetus. Control yourself, control your actions, and approach her with confidence when you see the signs of attraction. There is no place for hesitation, only for resolute, calculated action. Your decisive approach is the final piece of the puzzle. She is signaling to you, but it's up to you to respond. The key here is boldness. Your moment is now. If you miss it, you'll regret it. And regret is the enemy of power. Every move she makes is an invitation. Take it. Don't leave her waiting. Seize the moment, because in that tension-filled silence, you have everything to gain. Win by taking action when others hesitate. Be the one who steps forward and meets the challenge head-on, for that is the true essence of Stoic success. Controlling what you can, taking action with certainty, and winning in every situation. Don't just sit there. Like, comment, and share if you believe in the power of action. Step into the world with purpose. Tell me in the comments, what will your next move be when you see these signs? Will you act, or will you let it slip away? 4. The glance that comes back again. The power of the triple glance, don't underestimate it. The first look? It could be by chance, a fleeting moment with no deeper meaning. But when she looks away, then looks back at you again, now we're entering a realm where things are not so random. That glance, repeated, is not just a passing gesture. It's a silent invitation, a challenge, and a signal all wrapped into one. It's her way of testing the waters, asking, "Did you notice me? Are you brave enough to do something about it?" It's a moment that demands action, not hesitation. Think of it as a subtle nudge, a chance to show you have the courage and the presence to act. And don't think you need to come up with some clever pickup line. Old Stoic wisdom teaches us that simplicity often speaks the loudest. A simple, honest approach speaks volumes, showing you have the confidence of a man who understands Stoic principles. The iron mind, unshaken by doubt, knows that the most effective response doesn't come from empty words or overcomplicated tactics. It comes from showing respect for the moment and responding with authenticity. The triple glance is a clear opening, but only if you're sharp enough to recognize it. The way she looks at you, not in a rushed, frantic manner, but with a lingering curiosity, shows that she's already considered the possibility of interaction. She's looking for an unspoken confirmation that you too are interested. Don't be timid. Don't second guess. That is when you must act, with precision and grace. Be present, aware, and above all, be direct. Stoic principles advise against dithering. The iron mind does not fear taking the first step, even when the path is unclear. It is in those moments of clarity that true character is revealed. The glance is a test, and the way you respond to it reveals the depths of your inner strength. That simple glance can shift the energy of the entire room. It's not about flashing a smile or making some grand gesture. It's about recognizing the invitation for what it is, an opening for connection. She's not asking for you to perform, but for you to be real. The triple glance, paired with a soft smile or inquisitive eyes, asks you to step into the space she's created. She's waiting for you to respond with confidence, grounded in the calm and assuredness of an iron mind. This is where old Stoic wisdom becomes invaluable. You must learn to act without hesitation, yet without urgency. The key is balance, to see, to recognize, and to engage simply and honestly. So when you catch that third glance, don't ignore it. Don't let the moment slip by out of fear or indecision. The world will reward the man who steps forward with clarity and intent. If you respond to that glance with composure and respect, you're not just honoring her interest, you're honoring your own inner strength, your own understanding of Stoic principles, and your own capacity for self-assured action. And that, my friend, is the essence of a man who knows both the world and himself. Be the man who sees the invitation, embraces the challenge, and answers with the quiet power of a Stoic warrior. 5. Facing you, even without words. Don't overlook the power of body language. It speaks volumes without a single word. In fact, the body doesn't lie. Stoic principles taught us to be aware of actions and their deeper meanings. When it comes to understanding if she wants you to approach, one of the clearest signs is her body position. If she's standing in a way where her shoulders, feet, or knees are subtly but unmistakably pointing towards you, even if she's in the middle of a conversation with someone else, there's no ambiguity here. Her body is doing the talking. Think about it. You're at a social gathering, and someone is talking to a group of people, but they're shifting their posture, turning towards you. What does that say? That's a raw signal of attention. She may not be saying a word, but everything about her body is screaming for your attention. She's not just engaged with the conversation she's having. She's mentally, emotionally, and physically positioned herself to be available for you. Old Stoic wisdom has always emphasized the idea that actions reveal truths, and this is a truth you must embrace. When you notice this subtle shift in her stance, be aware. It's not about who she's speaking to, it's about who she's silently signaling she's ready to engage with. Imagine you're facing a crossroads. One road is paved with uncertainty and hesitation, while the other is clear and wide open. This is your moment. That positioning, that slight angle of her body, is her silent invitation to you. You can sit back and wait for more obvious signs, but trust in the rules of Stoicism and pay attention to what's being communicated without words. The physical world has its own language, and your task is to understand it. And here's the key. Don't just watch her body. Feel the energy she's sending your way. Body language is not just about posture. It's about the overall vibe and tension. The old Stoic idea of Stoic calm tells us to focus on what truly matters and not be distracted by surface-level actions. In this case, that means recognizing the deeper level of connection in her body's orientation. You must understand that when someone physically turns toward you, it's not an accident, it's intentional. So be aware of the signs. Don't miss the subtle shift in her direction. That slight turn is not just about her comfort or the way she stands. It's about where her interest lies. Her body is a map, showing you the path towards something greater. You must recognize the opportunity that is presented to you. As the Stoics often reminded us, virtue is our guide. Don't overthink it. Don't second-guess her signals. Take it as it comes, and know that when she angles her body towards you, even without words, she's giving you a clear path to move forward. Be steady, be confident, and follow where her body is pointing. It's an invitation to connect, and it's as clear as any spoken words. In conclusion, the old Stoic rules remind us to trust in the signals the world gives us. Don't rely on guesses or assumptions. Her body is speaking. All you need to do is listen and act with confidence. Approach her and let the energy of that moment guide you. The Stoics knew the truth was often hidden in plain sight. Don't let that truth slip away. because you didn't take the time to understand the signs. Stick with me, because this is just the beginning. We're moving forward with even more powerful tactics to leave a lasting impact on their minds. Get ready for the next move, one that deepens their connection to you in ways they can't ignore. If you are ready, comment, "Let's go." Let's move forward. 6. The first touch. In the complex world of human interaction, understanding subtle signals can be the difference between success and failure. For men navigating the delicate dance of attraction, recognizing the signs that a woman is ready for you to approach is crucial. One of the most powerful signs, often overlooked, is the first touch. It is not an accident. It is not a fleeting moment. It is a deliberate gesture that speaks volumes, one that demands your attention. When she touches your arm during a laugh or brushes her hand against yours while reaching past, you must understand that this is not just a moment of casual interaction. This is an invitation to approach her with intention, confidence, and awareness. These touches, while light and seemingly harmless, are barriers being broken down. They are acts of trust disguised as playful gestures. In the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The first touch is an opportunity for you to react properly, to seize the moment and take control of the situation. But this is not a sign for you to hesitate or second-guess yourself. It is a sign to act decisively. You must recognize this as an opening, not as an accidental gesture. A woman's touch communicates comfort and safety, signaling that she is open to further connection. You must move forward, not with uncertainty, but with the confidence that comes from knowing exactly what to do. Stoicism teaches us that we must be in control of our own actions. The external world may present us with opportunities, but it is our response to these moments that defines us. When she reaches out, when she initiates touch, it's time for you to act, not passively, but with the certainty of a man who knows his worth. He who is brave is free, said Seneca. Be brave in this moment. Do not shrink away. Step forward and take that chance. In modern life, we live in a world where many interactions are reduced to swipes, clicks, and fleeting moments of digital connection. Yet, the true, timeless power of human interaction remains in the physical, the real touch, the real connection. The first touch is the signal in the noise of modern life. It's the first sign that the woman in front of you is not just engaging with you passively, but is actively giving you permission to engage with her on a deeper level. This is where the power of stoicism wins. You must control the moment with calmness and certainty, allowing the trust she has initiated to guide your actions. The great Stoic Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Do not allow doubt or hesitation to block your path. The touch is not an obstacle. It is the path itself. It is the way forward. So, when that first touch occurs, take it as a call to action. Do not wait. Do not overthink. You must be decisive. Approach her with the same calm confidence that the Stoics practiced in all of life's challenges. Approach her with a mindset that says, "This moment is mine to take." Remember that Stoicism wins in the end. Life is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about making each moment perfect through action. And in this case, the action is clear. Approach her. You have been given the signal. Now it's time to move forward with the certainty that you are doing exactly what needs to be done. The moment is now, and your response will define the next chapter of this interaction. 7. She stays when she doesn't have to. When the event concludes and everyone else heads off to their next destination, she doesn't immediately follow suit. Instead, she stays behind, her fingers casually tapping on her phone, finishing off the last of her drink, or even simply standing there, quietly. Don't mistake this for mere coincidence or indifference. She's not trapped or waiting for something to happen. Rather, she's giving you a signal, a chance, a window, a moment for you to act. The subtlety of her lingering presence is a quiet invitation, not a loud plea. She's leaving the door open, waiting for you to notice the opportunity. And here's the thing. These quiet moments are not as passive as they might seem at first glance. They carry weight. It's not just the timing or the situation, it's the meaning behind it. When she stays, when she doesn't have to, it's her way of signalling, I wouldn't mind if this turned into something more. But she won't do the hard work for you. She's offering you the space to step in, to act with confidence, and to show that you have the awareness to recognize this moment. In times like this, the old Stoic wisdom comes into play because it takes more than just quick thinking to recognize such an opportunity. It requires an iron mind, honed by Stoic principles to see the signs that others might miss. Don't wait too long to act. Be decisive. Don't mistake her patience for indifference. That is the moment when you must step forward. You've seen the signs. Now, trust yourself to take the next step. It's the difference between leaving her wondering and showing her that you're a man who notices and takes action. It's about being aware, grounded in your own clarity, and not overthinking the situation. When she stays, when she doesn't have to, it's a rare and powerful invitation. Your task is to recognize it for what it is, a chance to approach her with purpose, not hesitation. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. 8. Eyes from across the crowd. In a world of constant noise, distractions, and relentless busyness, a glance holds remarkable power. The eyes, they say, are the windows to the soul. This isn't just a poetic notion, it's deeply rooted in the human experience. The Stoic principles of self, discipline, and emotional control teach us that true connection often speaks louder than words. In that moment of eye contact, a simple exchange of glances can be a signal that speaks volumes. This is one of those rare moments where what is unspoken can speak louder than anything you could ever say aloud. When you're in a crowd surrounded by people, you must understand one simple truth. Even amidst all the noise and activity, attention finds its mark. Don't mistake the apparent chaos for indifference. If she's deep in conversation with her friends, laughing, chatting, or simply engaged in social interaction, but you catch her eye more than once, it's not a coincidence. She's making a deliberate effort to acknowledge your presence despite being in the midst of a group. This is where the old Stoic wisdom shines through, recognizing the subtle signs, the small shifts in behavior, the cues that are often hidden in plain sight. She's breaking the social wall, stepping out of the normal bounds of group interaction and offering a silent invitation. Her gaze may flicker toward you, brief but unmistakable, before returning to her conversation. She's testing the waters, perhaps unsure whether to take the plunge. But here's where you must apply Stoic rules of patience and discernment. Don't rush. Don't force the moment. Instead, take the time to read the situation carefully. If her eyes return to yours again and again, this is your cue. It's no longer a coincidence. She's sending you a message. Now, let's add an interesting layer to this moment of connection. If her friends start glancing in your direction too, you must recognize that something deeper is happening. This isn't just her own curiosity, it's a sign that she's already spoken about you. There's a story being shared, a curiosity growing, perhaps even an unspoken anticipation. Her friends know there's something more to the connection than meets the eye. They're watching, almost like an invisible audience, observing the quiet dance between you two. The more they glance, the more you should understand. The stage is set, and the door is slowly opening. But don't get ahead of yourself. The moment hasn't arrived yet for verbalizing what is unspoken. Instead, the old Stoic rules of restraint call for action in moderation. This is your chance to meet her halfway. Don't chase after her with words just yet. Don't break the silence. Acknowledge the interest with your own subtle glance. Let her see that you noticed, that you're aware of the connection without forcing it to unfold too quickly. The art of Stoic composure here is to remain steady, to take a breath and allow the moment to evolve naturally. The beauty of this is that you're not relying on grand gestures or loud proclamations. You are not chasing her down or calling attention to yourself. Rather, you're simply being present in the moment, aware of the connection. This is not about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about quiet understanding, rooted in the Stoic principle of self-control and measured response. She's offering you a chance to acknowledge the interest without needing words to do so. If you're familiar with the Old Stoic approach to life, you know that patience, precision, and presence are key. So don't rush to fill the silence. Don't force a conversation or create a spectacle. Instead, be calm in the storm. Remain steady, aware, and present. Recognize that she's already made the first move. Now, it's your turn to show you're worthy of this silent connection. Remember, it's not about seeking validation through loud actions or forceful moves. Instead, the Stoic principles invite you to remain calm, poised, and unwavering. The eyes are the messenger here, and you, the wise observer, must know how to respond. Be present in the moment, meet her halfway, and let the unspoken connection guide the way forward. In a world where instant gratification is king, the Stoic approach teaches us that some of the best things in life are subtle, quiet, and full of meaning. Take this moment to acknowledge the interest she's not yet ready to vocalize, and do it with quiet confidence. Your actions, as small as they may seem, can speak louder than words ever could. That is the art of connection through the eyes, and you must honor it with the utmost respect. 9. The subtle smile that lingers. A lingering smile is more than just a gesture. It's a signal that you must recognize. In the world of attraction, women communicate in ways that are often subtle, yet powerful. A smile that lingers longer than normal, especially when accompanied by steady eye contact, is a silent invitation. It's an unspoken message that says, "Come closer, engage with me, I want to know more about you." The smile is not just an act of politeness, it's a subtle cue indicating genuine interest. A fleeting grin is one thing, but a smile that stays for a moment reveals curiosity, an opening to explore something deeper. Don't miss it. This is your moment to act. When a woman gives you this sign, she's not waiting for you to guess. She's hoping you'll take the initiative. As Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." The same can be said about a woman's signals. She doesn't need to make an overt move. She simply desires clarity, a decisive action from you. So, when you see that smile, don't wait. Move with purpose. Approach with confidence. This is Stoicism in action, knowing what you want and making it happen without hesitation. In today's world, this remains as relevant as ever. We're surrounded by distractions, often unsure of the right moment to act. But men who follow the principles of Epictetus understand the value of decisiveness. They don't falter. They take control. That subtle smile, it's the world giving you permission. Seize it, recognize the moment, embrace the challenge. The longer you wait, the more opportunity slips away. You must act. For those who hesitate risk losing what could have been. So, remember, when a woman's smile lingers, she's opening a door. You must step through it. Take charge, make your move, and let Stoicism win. Don't overthink it. Don't second guess. Life is about knowing the moment and acting decisively. 10. The shared energy of laughter. Laughter is a powerful tool. It's a bridge, one that connects two people instantly. But don't mistake it for just a sound. When she laughs in your presence, especially when you share a private joke or a subtle connection, it's a sign. It's not merely about the humour, it's about the unspoken energy that flows between you. If her laughter feels different, more animated, more alive, and particularly directed toward you, it's telling you more than you think. It's a clear, silent message saying, "I enjoy being around you." When you laugh together in an intimate setting, something special happens. A bond forms. You create an invisible thread between the two of you, woven through shared joy and mutual appreciation. But here's the catch. It's not enough to just laugh along and move on. That's not the way of the iron mind, not the way of the Stoic. You must meet her energy where it is, matching her laughter with your own genuine response. Don't just let the moment pass you by. Don't let it fade into the background. Engage with it. Amplify it. Respond in kind but with depth. In that shared energy, the connection between you both grows stronger. Laughter in this context is an invitation. It's an opportunity, a moment that can be built upon, where a simple connection can blossom into something more profound. She's giving you a glimpse into her enjoyment of your company, but now it's your responsibility to nurture it. The Old Stoic wisdom teaches us to remain present, to focus on the moment, and not get lost in distractions or uncertainties. When she laughs, she's showing vulnerability, an openness to you and the world around her. This is not a time to retreat into yourself, unsure of how to respond. It's a time to engage with confidence and grace, just as the Stoic mind would. Be clear, be deliberate, don't overthink it, be authentic in your reaction, not only to the humour, but to the energy she's sharing. That energy is a sign, a message, a door opening between you. It's your move. This shared laughter is more than just a moment. It's a form of communication, a language all its own. When you meet that laughter with your own, when you show her that you too are enjoying the connection, you're telling her you're willing to match her level of engagement. The Stoic approach here is subtle but profound. You are not merely reacting. You are recognizing the moment, understanding the power of the connection, and responding with clarity. The iron mind doesn't hesitate. It recognizes the value in shared moments like these and takes hold of them. Don't let this slip by. Recognize it. Honor it. When she laughs like this, it's not just a laugh. It's an invitation to dive deeper into the shared bond that's beginning to form. The key here is to never underestimate the power of these small interactions. In every moment of laughter, there's a chance to deepen the connection. You must approach it with intention, drawing from the Stoic principles that remind us to be present, to engage with focus, and to never allow hesitation to steal a genuine connection. This is where the old Stoic wisdom truly shines, where clarity and poise allow you to step into the moment with certainty, knowing exactly how to respond. Don't let fear or doubt cloud your ability to enjoy this connection. Meet her energy with your own, and let the shared laughter grow into something more meaningful. Women often speak without speaking. Their body language, eye contact, and presence are their messages. To notice is not to intrude. To act with calm confidence is not arrogance, it's awareness. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." So next time you sense the signs, don't overthink it. Approach with kindness, clarity, and courage. And if this gives you some clarity, feel free to pass it forward, because good insight, like good love, is meant to be shared.